Boom, 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 boom. Hey, hey, Bourbon Quest. It's your host, Bourbon Steve. Welcome back to the Contenders for Whiskey of the Year. Yeah, this is flight number 2. We're going to jump right in. Hell yeah. So, alright, so our 4 contenders tonight are none other than Old Forester Single Barrel Strength. This is a single barrel strength. This comes from Pops, a local store up on Emory Road here in North Knoxville. This thing comes in at 130.8 proof. So, big fan of Old Forester. Barrel strength, hell yeah. And then it will be going up against Knob Creek. Oh, the 30th anniversary of Knob Creek. 18-year-old. Yeah, 100 proof Knob Creek. Hell yeah. There we go. And then Lux Row double barrel. So this is Lux Row double barrel that I got from the distillery. I got this one and one more. That's double barrel aged 12 years. Comes in at 118.4 proof. So there's that. And then none other than Evan Willams, aged 12 years, 101 proof. Haha. So we'll see. Like I said before, all these are going to be good. So it'll be interesting to see which two move on and which two meet their demise. But remember, stay hydrated, my friends. Alright. Flight number 2 for Contenders of Whiskey of the Year. Let's jump right in, Bourbon Quest. Again, don't pay attention to what glass is behind what bottle, because prior to me turning the camera on, they've been mixed up, shuffled, rearranged using a very high-tech, sophisticated, dangerous, proprietary process approved by NASA. Haha, that's a bunch of bullshit. Anyways, I like saying it. Oh, I want to give a shout out to, oh god damn it. Hold on 1 second. I want to make sure I get his name right. So I met this gentleman today. Well, yeah, I'll just go and share it. We'll share it again because I'm gonna give a shout out to him at least 2 or 3 times. Terry Crow. Shout out to Terry Crow. Yeah, I was at my local Total Wine earlier today. You'll want to stay tuned because I scored a bottle there, and that'll be, I don't know if it'll air before or after this. Who knows? It doesn't matter. But shout out to Terry Crow. I was there at Total Wine, and he came up, introduced himself, and told me he's a big fan of the show. Both him and his son, along with Q. They're a big fan of Q as well. And anyways, we talked. He snagged a Joseph Magnus Murray Hill. So hope he enjoys that. Shout out to you, Terry. Thanks for coming up. I really do appreciate that. We chatted for a little bit and then took a couple of pictures together. So that was exciting, and enjoyed that, and enjoyed talking to him. So shout out to you, Terry. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for getting your son on board. And hey, we just hit, as a matter of fact, well, I'll probably do another episode to really celebrate it, but we just hit, the day I'm filming this, we just hit 600 subscribers. So thank you to Terry Crow. Thank you to Paul Height. Thank you to Eric Weber. I know I'm going to leave a bunch of people out. Thanks to Devin. Some of the guys that I have frequent content. A big shout out to Savan Patel at Christie's Liquor and Wine over off of Rutledge. Probably the best store owner here in Knoxville. Maybe even, well, definitely in Knoxville. Probably the best store owner in the South. I would even go so far to say the best store owner east of the Mississippi and maybe the whole United States. Because I just think Saban Patel gets it. He treats his customers right. I get no special treatment. Like, they just did a lottery. I didn't win anything, which is fine. I mean, I said, hey, I just want to double check, Saban. I didn't get anything in your lottery. I just want to make sure I wasn't, I didn't miss anything or whatever. And he looked and whatever, and he's like, nah, man, I'm sorry you didn't get anything, which was fine. I don't. He runs a legitimate business. He sells pretty much everything at MSRP. Does everything the right way, and a lot of you other store owners could learn a lot from him. He has a great following. He treats people right, and yeah. So I just want to give a shout out to Saban. Shout out to Terry Crow for recognizing me from watching Bourbon Quest. We got our picture made together. That was awesome. First time I had that happen, so that was great. And there's going to be a lot of more things coming over the next 6 to 12 months. Probably late July we'll do another meetup. Probably somewhere close to here to Knoxville, either in Knoxville, maybe Chattanooga, as I think we got Chattanooga whiskey coming on board. I'll release more of those details later. But all right, enough about that. I just like to give shout outs to people that support the channel and watch on a regular basis and enjoy the content that I bring. And I know a lot of people are big fans of Q too, which I don't blame you. So let's get right to it. Again, I already said, don't pay attention to what glass is where. We're going to jump right into it. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. So, the first one, deep, dark chocolate, so rich. Caramel, vanilla. I mean, so sweet, so dark. Oh yeah, even the color on that's dark. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Oh. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. Dark chocolate, caramel, vanilla, toffee. Great mouthfeel, viscosity, deep hug. Oh, that's everything you want in a bourbon. That's freaking fantastic. Remember, stay hydrated, my friends. Alright, that's going to be hard to beat. Let's go to number 2. A little bit more subtle on the nose. More like, I don't know how I want to say it. It's like, this is going to sound weird, but the thing that comes to mind is like deep, dark barnwood. Like, yeah, it smells like 50-year-old or more barnwood. But there's some fruitiness there, some caramel, vanilla. But man, that oak really stands through. A lot of, like I said, smells of my grandfather Clarence Amron, God rest his soul. Like, it smells like the barnwood at his barn. Because I remember as a kid, we would go over there and I'd go gather eggs from the barn and the hen house. I guess it was underneath, whatever. And the interesting thing is, one of my greatest childhood memories was my grandparents, listen, I was raised here in East Tennessee, and on my mother's side, my mother was an Amber. Of course, I'm a Watkins, and I'll probably tell more about that later. But anyways, so I remember I would spend the night there on a weekend, Friday night, Saturday night, whatever. Me and my grandfather Clarence, I just like I was 5, 6 years old, and my grandmother had made us matching pajamas. They were like white pajamas with like red and blue triangles and squares or whatever, but super cool. I'll tell more about my grandfather Clarence later, not tonight. But not only did I would go gather eggs for my grandmother, and again, we were so country. My grandfather was Clarence, my grandmother was Cora May, and not only would I gather eggs like in the morning when I was staying with the night, then on Sunday after church, we would come and me and my grandfather Clarence would go out to the hen house and he would pick out a chicken. And I mean, like I said, I was probably like 4, 5, 6 years old, and I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. We'd get out there and he would put it on a block of wood and let me take the axe and chop the chicken's head off, and I would watch that chicken run around with its head cut off. I know. Don't come after me, PETA. But anyways, I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. Anyway, and we'd take it back in. My grandmother would pluck the feathers off of it, fry it up, and man, there wasn't anything better than that. It's the simple things in life, really. All right, let's get back into this. So good. All right, cheers, Bourbon Quest. I think I know what that is. It's heavy oak. It's right there on the verge of being over oaked. Which, because I've had all these before, I think I know what that is. I could be wrong. I've been wrong many times, but it's a sweet oak, and it's great. All right, I'm gonna go hydrated. I think number one's still the best. All right, let's go back real quick. Cheers. Whew. Alright, so I still think one is first, second is second, obviously, up to this point. Let's go back to these. A little more hydration as we power through. Alright. This is more subtle, because both number one and number two like offered extreme punches, one on proof, one on oakiness. Again, these are all going to be great. That's why these whiskey of the year competitions are tough, because none of them are bad, or they wouldn't be in here. All right, let's go to the palate. Man, that is super good. I mean, not the first two were like overpowering, whether it was on proof or whether it was on oak. This is a much more balanced whiskey, both on the nose and on the palate. I think this is, yeah, I think it beats out both those other two. Oh yeah, and yeah, you get that deep caramel, vanilla, toffee, cherry, orange. All right, number three is first. Number one is second. Number three is third. And let's try it one more time with. I should probably cleanse the palate one more time. All right. Mm. Mm. Oh my God. That is. Oh, yeah, the nose is by far the best on this one. Alright, cheers, Bourbon Quest. Oh, wow. There's a little bit more. I get like caramel, vanilla, chocolate, orange, and then on the back, I get some mint and pine. Ugh. Alright, let's try this again. Mm. Alright, so this is going to be second as last. Those two, 3 is first, I think by far. So it's going to come down to these two. Ooh. Alright, first and fourth. So good on this. Yeah. A little bit more proof on this. I think the nose is on the first. Alright, let's taste them back to back. It's going to be close. Just a little bit off-putting. Alright, let's go back to this one. Oh. Alright, I'm having a tough time distinguishing between those two. They're both close. Oh. All right, we gotta pick a winner. I cannot distinguish a preference on 1 and 4 on the nose. So, alright, we're going to do it real quick. It's going to be splitting hairs. Yeah, there's some deep chocolate, apricot. Alright, alright. Cheers. All right. Those were so close. But I think, obviously, 3 is 1. We're going to go this one and then these two. So your losers are, and none of them are losers, don't get me wrong. So, flight number 2, first one out. Really? Oh, that's surprising. I would have not thought that. Really? Alright. So, your first one out. Wow. That's disappointing because the proof is there, the mouthfeel is there, the viscosity is there. I'm really surprised that's the first one out. I really am. So, first one out is Old Forester. Barrel strength from Potts. But it's still great. Second one out is C. What's C? Oh, really? Okay. Not surprised. It's Lexro double barrel. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. So, yeah, Old Forester is out. So's Lexro. And so, the two moving on are, yeah, Knob, was that you? Yeah, Knob Creek 18. And then Evan Williams. And Old Forester. You got kicked out, bro. That's a shame. I wasn't expecting that. Alright, so flight 2. Old Forester's eliminated. So's Lexro. Moving on is Knob Creek 18 year. And Evan Williams 12 year. Yeah, I get that. I think that's appropriate. Alright, we'll probably take one more pour. Take a break and reconvene. Oh hell, that's good. That's a wrap. And remember, as always, my wish for you is that all your Bourbon Quest dreams come true. Haha, that's a wrap. That was surprising. Oh, dear God.